The Bank of Canada again increased interest rates by 0.5%, thereby doing quantitative tightening to cool down inflation. Let's explore in this video what is going on with interest rates in Canada, possible reasons behind it, how they might affect us all and the Canadian housing market, and at the end, my perspective how to navigate such times. Hi, my name is Sunny and I make content that affect a common man financially. So let's dive into today's topic, Canadian interest rates going up. If you are new to this channel, please subscribe to it alongside smashing that like button as that will help me with the YouTube algorithm, which of course will be highly appreciated. Recently, Bank of Canada increased its policy interest rates by 0.5% as it continued their policy of quantitative tightening. Canada became the first amongst G7 to have such a hike, which according to some experts might be too little, too late. Huge amounts of money was pumped into the economy along with lowering of interest rates in 2020 when we faced COVID-19 and its subsequent shutdowns, where now they are trying to reverse direction by sucking out extra liquidity. In my limited wisdom, times of ultra cheap money are gone, thereby BOC is bringing interest rates back to pre-pandemic levels gradually. While the central bank was predicting inflation around 5% in Q1, rather it exceeded well over 6%, which was way beyond Bank of Canada's 2% inflation target. Even the Fed is talking about possible 0.5% hike in US interest rates as they too are battling against record high inflation. For a common man, the price of everything from food to gasoline and even housing has exploded during the pandemic, which to some extent was fueled by huge injection of cash in the economy during these tough times. Secondly, supply chain disruptions worldwide is another contributing reason where China implemented a zero COVID policy resulting in complete shutdown of its major industrial hubs. Lastly, Russia's invasion of Ukraine has added another layer of uncertainty in the global economy, where commodities are facing inflationary pressure, of which Russia is a major exporter but is under extreme Western sanctions. In simple terms, increase in interest rates affects all types of borrowers where the repayment capacity is also reduced. As an example, increasing mortgage interest rates makes it harder for people to qualify for a mortgage, and the ones whose mortgage is already in place will have to shell out more now, thereby reducing their purchasing power. It is exactly opposite to what happened to the purchasing power during COVID slowdown, when interest rates were made rock bottom and anybody or everybody could afford to borrow. But remember, good times don't last forever. Right now, price of gas at pump is reaching almost $2.50 here in Canada, which was unthinkable just a couple of months ago. Since gas is widely used in transportation, thereby it has got cascading effect on the pricing of everything that we consume. In nutshell, inflation is a type of indirect tax you and me pay and that eats away into our purchasing power. Therefore, it reduces the quality of life. At least 2 or 3 more interest rate increases are expected this year, which definitely would affect the Canadian economy and most importantly, housing demand, which is skyrocketing. No doubt it might have some cooling effect on inflation in general, but in my limited wisdom is going to affect those Canadians disproportionately who has got higher household debt. It is a human nature when we find the cost of borrowing money is next to nothing. People jack up their borrowings, mostly spending on depreciating assets. Now, during increasing interest rate environment, repayment of such loans will put extra pressure on their wallets and some of them will surely encounter financial hardships. Even those who have invested in appreciating assets like stocks or real estate will face the heat because the repayment will go up in value while the underlying asset will face a downward pricing pressure. In my limited wisdom, cash will be king as it will enable you to buy cheap assets for long-term investment horizon, but some financial experts have always treated cash as trash when inflation is high. Any financial planner will advise you to have at least 8 to 10 months of your living expenses set aside because the fact remains no emergency will knock on your door before it walks in. During times of cheap money, you could have walked into any car dealership and buy the car of your dreams. All you need is zero down payment with just two pieces of ID. A wise man once said, "It is very easy to borrow money. The real deal is to pay it back along with interest, so borrow with caution." I hope it makes sense, as I'm just a random guy on YouTube having an opinion and not even a financial advisor. So please consult one before investing. If you have found value in the content that I make, please help me and my channel by liking, sharing, and subscribing to it. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.